let's go ahead and add the functionality to be able to switch from one resource to the other. I'm going to press Alt F4 again to close my window. And for now, the cheer button is something that my developer is going to hook up so that maybe when I click that, it'll let my team know that I happen to be rooting for them. But I'm going to use that button right now just for some test code. I've still got the selection tool up. I'm going to select the cheer button, and I'm going to go into my property inspector and add an event handler for the cheer button. I'm going to call it Swap Skins. Visual Studio comes up, and of course I want to load my project normally. And I'm ready to start setting up. Now the first thing I need to do is figure out which skin I've currently got. I'm going to do this by creating two local variables. Current skin and next skin. I'm going to let my developer worry about how we get those values, and when he'll set it up, I'm sure he'll create a menu or something like that, or some other functionality to get all the list of skins and calculate them in order here. But for right now, while I'm testing, I'm just going to use this. Now, as soon as I want to swap the skins, I want to take the next skin and turn it into the resource dictionary that I'm going to work with. So the first thing I need to do is create a resource dictionary object that I can apply to. So I've created an empty resource dictionary here. So the first thing I need to do is connect this resource dictionary object to the particular skin that I want. Now this is getting a little bit more into .NET, but what I need to do is I need to set the source property on my skin, .source, to a new URI. URI is a class that the .NET framework uses to represent any kind of file. These can refer to files on the internet, they can refer to files on an FTP server, but in this case I'm only interested in a file that's located on my local machine. A URI, by default, can accept a path, but I'm going to down arrow twice because this is the overload that I want. I want to specify the string and I want to specify the URI kind. Hold on a second, I'll show you what that is. Now the string that I want is the next skin, so I'm just going to say next skin here. And the URI kind wants to know if this is relative, absolute, or indeterminate. By specifying that the URI is relative, I'm saying look in my current project folder, and that's where this skin is going to live. Close that off, and now new skin is a resource dictionary for the skin that I want to apply to my application. So now I need to hook it up. I'm going to go to this, I'm working with the resources, and I need to go to the merged dictionaries. Now what are the merged dictionaries? In our application, you can have an arbitrary number of resource dictionaries. The merged dictionaries property on the resources is the collection of all of those dictionaries put together. What I want to do is clear it out, and then I want to add this resource dictionary that I've created. So what I've done here now is I've taken the list of resources, said I don't care what you were linked to, get rid of those. Now I want to add in the new resource dictionary of the team that I want to display. Now at this moment, the application will immediately switch over to the next skin. Now all I need to do is swap the next skin and the current skin. Now as soon as I set the current skin to be the next skin, I'm going to forget what the current skin was, so I want to hold on to that in a separate variable. So I'm going to set my old skin to what the skin currently is. The current skin is now equal to the next skin, and the next skin is going to be the old skin. So just to explain that one more time, the first thing I'm going to do is cache away what my current skin is. I'm going to think of that as the old skin. Now my current skin is what was the next skin to be brought up, and then the next skin, I want that to be what my skin is now. This is just swapping the two values. Let me save this, switch over to Blend, and press F5. Now when I hit the cheer button, the first time I click it, because I have my variables set, it's going to switch to Team B. Well, Team B was the maroon, but since I had that set up initially, it showed the maroon then, it shows the maroon now. However, Team A should be the next skin, so when I hit cheer, it'll now switch over to Team A's colors, and the maroon and white is moved into the next skin now. So each time I hit the cheer button, it's going to swap the black and orange for the maroon and white.